So today I want to talk about the symptoms of ascension, and this may be just my own delusional opinion. However, I did get confirmation from my guides that these specific symptoms are exactly what I'm experiencing because of my own ascension. And so I just wanted to share, and if you are experiencing any of these, feel free to comment down below, so that we know that we're not in this alone. But I will just get right into it. So the first thing is that you're requiring way more rest than usual, and this for me has to do with the calming of my nervous system, no longer in fight or flight, no longer having to be in survival mode. And so as a result, I am able to rest. But what's also happening in my experience is that life seems to be getting a lot more easier. Like, things are just starting to flow, and it's because I'm resting more. Whereas before, I think I was always on go because I felt like I had to chase something, or I felt like I had something to go out and get and grab. But when I started resting more, I started receiving more. And so this is the first symptom of your own ascension. And when you finally take the time to rest, you're going to start to see how much easier things begin to flow, because you're no longer going against the current. You're now going with it. You're allowing it to flow to you and through you. And a lot of us just need rest in general. Like, a lot of us are tired, overworked, burnt out, overstimulated. And I think we grew up thinking that resting was bad. When in our lives did we ever have time to truly rest without the stress of wondering where, our next meal was going to come from, or wondering how we were going to pay our bills, or wondering how we were going to build a legacy? And there's so many reasons as to why we felt the stress, because I can promise you, once you start living in your passion, those questions, those thoughts, those ideas no longer matter. And so I'm jumping ahead of myself, but once we figure out what our passion is, you start to realize that you don't really have to do a lot of the things that we used to do before, right? So that's the first thing, is you rest a lot more. And the second thing is, because you're resting, if you don't actually, let me say it this way, if you don't rest, what will begin to happen is that the universe will sit you down. That is the second thing that happens. The universe will sit you down and slow you down, whether it be a flat tire, whether it be, getting a sickness that came out of nowhere and being out of commission for a few days. The universe will force you to rest. That's how you know that you're also on your ascension journey, because it's trying to get you to understand that you don't need to be going 100 miles per hour, because you need to be able to be in a position to receive what is coming towards you. And a part of this universe sitting you down is it's going to start releasing things that no longer serve you. So whether it be physical releasing, like what happened to me, I was traveling for a couple of days, and I thought, I traveled in the past before, this won't be an issue. I had maybe about 3 trips back to back, with maybe about a day, less than a day in between. And I underestimated how much rest my body needed. I underestimated my ability to not get sick, but ended up getting a little sick, and the universe sat me down. And as a result of that, I also released a lot of physical things. I released a lot of projects that no longer served me. I released a lot of things that were holding me down, weighing me down, keeping me in a lower vibration. And as a result, yes, it was a rough 3 or 4 days, however many days it was. However, I made it through, and I feel lighter. I feel more clarity. And I really sat and reflected during this time of rest, and just really understood that it's okay to not feel guilty for taking a moment of rest. It's okay. It's okay to just sit in that rest, right? So those are two things. First, rest is important. Second, the universe will sit you down. And third, information and people will start finding their way towards you. So many people in the last couple of days have been telling me about how they've been seeking answers, seeking clarity, seeking understanding. And I too am getting these same feelings, these same thoughts. And so I'll release something like this, a video, or I'll have a conversation with someone that I've just met, and they're like, I was just wondering the same thing, and here you are with the answers. And it's been working for me in the opposite way as well. I have questions, and I've been finding people with the answers, and building my connection and my network and my community. Most importantly, building my community. That is the biggest sign of your ascension, is that you start to build your community, whether that be in person, it be online, whether it be, at work, wherever it is. You start to recognize and align with like-minded people that are vibrating at your frequency, because you're doing the work to adjust and to raise that frequency. So yes, I would say that building your community is one of the biggest signs of your ascension. And if you are someone who feels like you're going through this awakening process, or this dark night of the soul, or you have started your shadow work journey and things are falling off and you're not sure where to turn and you're unsure of who you can talk to, this is your sign to find your community. Your community is out there, and I am so very lucky to be able to interact with people that are vibrating at the same frequency, or curious about how they can raise their own frequency. Because remember, everything is about frequency, your vibrations create your experience. And if we desire to have better experiences, then the goal should be to raise your frequency. And if you're looking for tools on how to do that, it's been my passion sharing information here on my channel about how to do that. But I also will be going deeper into some live classes, live webinars, some courses that I've been working on, which are just a culmination of my life experiences, and also all of the knowledge and the research that I've done, everything that I've studied, everything that I've personally lived and went through. So it'll be a great time, it'll be a great journey. And if you're looking for answers, you can check out a few links down below, or comment down below, ask a question, and somebody here will relate, somebody here will have an answer for you. That is the beauty of being on this journey. And the most important part to remember always, always, always is that you're not alone. And I'll leave you with that in today's video journal. Until next time.